Welcome to this episode of the GymInformer podcast. I'm Chris Gilbert, your host for this episode. And today, our guest is Jose Vera, the owner of Fuel Fortress in Lexington, Kentucky. I got a chance to work out at this gym just a few weeks ago. It's a badass bodybuilding gym. I'm excited to talk to Jose about it. It's got something really cool going on there. But before we get started talking about the gym, let's take a pause and I'll show you the photos I took when I was at the gym. All right, Jose, I'm excited to talk to you about the gym. Before we get into talking about the gym, can you give us a little bit of background? Like, how did you become a gym owner?
Well, I was originally was I played baseball. I came in the United States on a baseball scholarship, and my whole life I've always been passionate about the gym and fitness. But once in college, it was all about the baseball. But once baseball was done, I felt like I needed to keep doing something fitness related. And after school was done, my wife was pregnant, and I went into sales jobs. So like my kind of like being around the fitness industry was kind of done. And I lived in Bowling Green, Kentucky, which was that's where originally the Fuel Fortress franchisor is. And I started going to Fuel Fortress, and I met the owners. I fell in love with the concept, the idea. I thought was kind of like a unique kind of style of gym, or some of the gyms are coming out by the same style, but I felt like it
Mhm.
was a unique idea, and I saw myself like doing it. Like I think there was just be something I'll enjoy, and I started the process as a franchisee, and next thing you know, we're here in Lexington, though.
Nice. What made you choose Lexington?
So my wife's a teacher, and there was some opportunities for her to go into the admin. And I feel like things just align. When I talked to the franchisor, he was like, "I think Lexington has an opportunity." I felt like the stuff aligned personally. Lexington was an opportunity when I talked to the franchisor. Is that it's not that far away, and we could see the market growing, and that's not saying there's no gym like this, but I mean we have kind of bringing a unique kind of concept to Lexington. So I took the opportunity. We moved with the family, and I mean honestly, no regrets. Everything's been pretty good since then. We adapt pretty well. I got two little ones, a 3 and a 2, and they're loving it. My wife likes Lexington. I kind of I do feel like this is gonna be a forever city for us. So we can kind of grow old and get as many gyms as we can.
Nice. Yeah, it's Lexington's got some cool gyms, but I think you're the only what I would call more of a new school bodybuilding style gym. Like there's
Yeah,
some
and,
old school gyms, but you're more of the only. I think you're the only new school gym.
yeah, and that was part of the idea. We did the market analysis. I mean, there's a lot of gyms here in Lexington, and we give them credit to that. But just the idea of bringing this new school bodybuilding gym, this is something that Lexington was missing. So
Hmm.
hopefully it fit well as we're growing. Trying to get some good feedback. We've got some good feedback from a lot of local people, and we're just building a good community and great environment. And it's safe to say that it is like a bodybuilding gym. But I mean, anybody's welcome to come in. You don't really have to be a bodybuilder to be part of a community. You just really have to align your goals, your fitness goals, and we're just here to help. Push anybody. You don't really have to compete to be here in the gym. I personally don't compete, and I'm part of this. But I support 100% all the bodybuildings. I support lifestyle athletes, baseball, football players. It's a new concept. Trying to mix it all, just bring some luxury to the gym, having a clean gym, having a great community, and any goals that you bring in, we're just trying to help you push and get you just go to those goals. So
Oh, 100%. And I think people are starting to realize that just because something's called a bodybuilding gym or is classified as a bodybuilding gym, that doesn't mean it's only for bodybuilders. And that bodybuilding, if you're into equipment, you're into a variety of equipment, that bodybuilding gyms are really where you're going to get that big variety of equipment and those specialized pieces that you might really be excited about using.
100%, 100%. Yeah. Yeah.
So in your gym, now that we're on equipment, you got some pretty cool equipment that most gyms don't have. Like you got some quite a bit of Watson, you've got some Arsenal, you've got some Atlantis. Like you got some really cool pieces. Like how did you decide like these are the pieces that we're going to put in the gym?
So when I met franchise four, it was kind of like a personal preference, but I haven't been as experienced in the gym industry as a partner, and we went through some of the personal pieces that he liked and not like, but I mean his opinion influenced me a lot at all, and so we kind of come up with a combination of what we think is the best of each of
Mhm.
brand, like the Atlantis and Watson, Arsenal, and you just put a little bit together. And we just try to have at least six to seven pieces of equipment per section. So we can have like 6 pieces of chest, um, 7 pieces of different kind of leg workouts. Well, also the fact that the cable station was um, a big part of it. So instead of having a 2 tower with a 3 tower cable station, so
Yeah. They got that 12 station
hmm
tower. That's pretty
hmm
cool. Yeah.
yeah.
So then the atmosphere, I already called it a new school, but for anybody who's not familiar with like what we mean when we say new school, he's got um, Jose in the gym. They've got the blacked out walls, blacked out ceiling, blacked out floors, and they've got cool graphics on the walls. There's like multiple spots where there's motivational stuff. There's some murals that kind of go along with the theme of the gym. It's that cool, like it's a very clean look, but it's also like motivational and kind of badass. I'm assuming that's what you guys were going for because that's what the OG Fuel Fortress was.
Yeah. So the environment is a big thing here. Trying to have good music, motivational music. There's nothing more motivating than you walk into a place with good lighting, good music, and it's clean. We do a lot of our murals. Well, we have two in here. We have one in the posing room and one in where like the MMA area is. One of the suits was Poseidon, and it's just creates a badass environment. It represents intensity. It represents that you come here to get the work done. um so it creates that vibe. Even some of those days that you feel like, I don't want to go to the gym today, you show up and just walking in, you're like, I'm gonna get this done. So the aesthetics are very important for us. So keeping it clean, keeping good lighting, keeping everything we're supposed to be, and just try to stay motivated.
Oh, and I think that's one of the things that like big box gyms really miss the mark on is the aesthetics and just creating an experience. Like I think locally owned gyms are doing such a good job nowadays of creating an experience, and you've definitely got an experience when you walk in the gym there.
100%, 100%. And we do try to take care of our customers. We see them more like as a family. Kind of know everybody's name. Trying to service as well as we can. We offer some other amenities like our sauna. We have towels for the sauna. We try to explain everybody on our tours as well. And trying to ask the right questions. What are the goals? How can we help them to achieve those goals? And let's say if they're in the bodybuilding, we partner with some of the local bodybuilding coaches and we refer them to them. I mean, there's nothing financially involved in between, but that's what family does. We kind of like refer each
Mm-hmm.
other, help each other to grow their business. Um, but not only on the bodybuilding side, we do have some of our staff that are personal trainers, and they take a lot of clients in the life fitness. So if you're kind of lifestyle, then you just want to lose some weight, you want to grow some muscle, and or you want to maintain, we can help that too as well. Um, and just everything combined, to create a kind of like luxury experience.
Yeah, it's definitely a spot where it's obvious that it's a community already because you guys haven't been open that long, but you've already created a community, and it's obvious that you care about the members. Your trainers that I spoke to obviously care about the members. The members seem to care about each other. So, I take my hat off. Like, you've really been able to create that in a very short amount of time.
Thankfully, Lexington's been very nice. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for being part of the Field Fortress family. We do have other locations, and whoever's a member in our location, they can go to any of other locations. We have a Clarksville location, Bowling Green, and Franklin, Kentucky. So they're able to go and work out at those gyms as well.
Nice.
Even though we're not, it's not the same ownership, but as I said, we try to keep it as a family. We support each other, and we're just trying to bring the best product for the best value um,
Right.
to our members.
Nice. So we talked about multiple things that you're doing really well, and I think you guys are doing a really good job in your gym. Is there anything that you wish you were doing better at this point?
Um, how we're focused right now in getting a little more involved in the community. I'm not from here, so it's been a little battle uphill, like getting to know people and getting involved with the community. I think in the next phase, part of my goals is just to build some more relationships, get involved more in the community, in Lexington community, get to know more people, so they get to know us as well. And I think that's been, I don't want to say it's a struggle, but it's been the hardest part because I really didn't know anybody in Lexington, so we kind of built everything from scratch. So, but I think I'll focus a little more on getting involved around not only in the fitness, anything related to health and fitness industry.
Hmm.
Um, and I think we should start doing better on that.
Like a little grassroots community involvement, marketing all at the same time kind of thing.
Yeah, correct. Yes, definitely.
No,
Yeah,
that's super
definitely.
cool.
Because at the beginning we started focusing on making sure everything is going well in the gym, that I haven't spent that much time outside the gym,
Hmm.
reaching out. I mean, Lexington is a big city, but it's a small city. It's kind of like big and small. Um, so if I'm just here all the time, I don't put the time to go and talk about Fuel Fortress, and you know because maybe someone's in the need of something like we're offering, but they just don't know we exist.
Right. Yeah.
So, but you got to put ourselves out there. So
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
mhm.
So what's the future for you with the gym? Like, are you happy with the gym? Do you think that you ever want a bigger space? Do you think maybe you're going to open up another Fuel Fortress at some point, or is this where you're at and this is where you're good?
Well, honestly, I'm very happy with the gym. Obviously, I really want growth. I believe in this Fuel Fortress concept. When I first met the franchisor, I mean, best person I've ever met in my life. Honestly, his vision, positivity, and how nice of a person is, and his growth vision as well. So, I want to grow with the brand as well. So, with that being said, that doesn't mean I want to switch this location because we're gonna try to be the best as we can here. But in the future, I would like to open another location somewhere else, and so until as many
Hmm.
gyms as we can. You know,
Nice.
so definitely trying to grow, trying to. Once we settle here and we're at a point like, okay, we're ready for a second location, so I'll start looking where can we open another location. And I mean, as we're growing, Fuel Fortress is growing, so other franchisees are opening locations as well. So um, that's part of it as well.
Super cool.
Mhm.
Um, so one of the things we always ask people when they come on the podcast is, do you have any advice that you'd want to give to anyone who's thinking about opening a gym?
The first thing I'll say is, any business is it's up and down. Nothing's perfect. But what it makes a difference is if you truly want to do it. If it's something you enjoy, if it's something you walk in the door and give that internal peace, even though everything is on fire. Um, that's a main factor to decide if you want to open a gym. Because you have to be passionate somehow about fitness and gym. It's not only just look at it as a complete like financial business. You have to like it. And the true question is, do you really gonna enjoy owning a gym? I mean, of course, it's gonna come with some joys, a lot of joys, but it's gonna come with some pains. So if if you really want to do it enough to take those pains with you, you know. So that's the main thing. That's the main thing. If you're down about gym, if you really want to, because not only is having a gym is not only about, you know, putting the pieces together and be cool. You know, it's a lot of back end work that it's involved, like marketing wise, taking care of the customers, you know, taking care of the members, you know, building that community, and that takes some work. That takes some work. I mean, not satisfying work, but the results are satisfying. So that's the main thing.
Yeah, and I always say that one of the things I always say is that there are business owners who own gyms and there are gym owners, and those are very different people. And obviously, you're a gym owner because you care about your members, and it's not just about the bottom line. And I think that's what you were kind of saying.
Yeah, that's the main thing. That's what I said. That's the main thing. Also, like any business, you know, really, if you're a restaurant owner as well, do you really want to care about your meals? And do you really care about your meals? Do you care about the service, or are you just looking at the financial stuff? You know, um, and of course, finance is always involved. You know, I mean, what can we do without money? But you know, it gotta
Right.
be a combination of both. You know, um, because it ain't it's not perfect at all. There's always up and downs, and if it was that easy and perfect, you know, anybody could do it. So whoever wants to, they have to really think about is there something they want to do, you know, and make sure they're doing 100%.
Oh,
You know,
completely.
looking
So,
forward.
is there anything else that you would like to tell people about your Fuel Fortress location here in Lexington?
Um, Honestly, just about it what we talked about. I'm just open to invite anybody that lives in Lexington could come try us out, come check the gym out. Um, there's more than just this is more just a gym. Definitely, as if we're trying to bring you as a family, we're trying to help you out with their goals and trying to keep our amenities as clean as functional for 100%. So we're 24/7. We have a training personal training line. If you're interested in personal training, we have jiu-jitsu and MMA classes, boxing classes that we spread through the week, and we're just happy to help in any of the fitness goals. No matter if it's a bodybuilding, it's an athlete, or someone that just want to lose or gain some weight. Mm.
Very cool. So,
Mhm.
I appreciate you coming on and taking your time to tell us about the gym. And it was a very cool spot. And I look forward to seeing what's next for you. And
No, thank you. Thanks for coming up. I felt like I appreciate you taking the time, doing all the film, and inviting me to the podcast as well. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
all right, thank you.
Welcome.
If you enjoyed this podcast, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more great content.